It's your girl, Tana Too Cute. Listen, I wanted to jump in here real quick and talk about one of our favorite shows. Maybe not our favorite, but one of our shows, Love is a Blind. So we are down to the final two episodes, well, the final episode until we get to the reunion. So let's talk about what happened at the altar, okay? Of course, we're down to the final four. Everyone is getting ready to walk down the aisle, y'all. Going to the altar. Are these people going to go through with it, or are they going to say no when it's time to say no? So first up, we had Sarah and Ben. So y'all know that, Sarah was very passionate about her values, the different social issues that we see around of. At one point, they did have that conversation. Well, maybe multiple times they've had that conversation, and she wanted to know Ben's stance on these different issues, like the George Floyd situation, like the LGBT community, and how his church view that community and whether or not they support. And Ben really didn't have a stance, and she really wasn't comfortable even in that initial conversation. So as they kind of come down the aisle, they're face to face, and when the pastor or the preacher or whoever asks, will you marry, do you take his hand, or whatever they say, Sarah was like, she can't. And, I think, from when that was one thing that they was not aligned as far as their values and how they see different issues. And then the second thing is when he kind of danced around the situation about some girl was crying on TikTok. That was another flag for her. So, at that point, they just needed, to be more aligned. I think Ben he needs more maturing. And to be honest, I wasn't really 100% Ben is, all the way. I don't know. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to get any backlash, but it didn't happen for them. Then we get down to, Joey and Monica. Now this came by surprise for me because even though they may have had some small issues, like showing affection from Joey's standpoint, Monica not necessarily, expressing that how she cared for him, meaning saying the words, I love you. When it came down to saying yes or no, she was not ready. She could not do it. Now, of course, they did have her sister, wasn't totally on board. If you don't really have your family support, that can alter your decision as well. But she just couldn't do it because she needed more from Joy from an affection standpoint. Now, that's my takeaway from that. And Joy seemed like he was just, perfectly okay with it. I think he may have been a little bit too OCD anyway for her, but who's to say? We'll see what the reunion says about them. But I was really surprised. I thought they were going to go through with it. Then we got Virginia and Devin. So, of course, my perspective on them, I didn't really feel that Virginia was totally into Devin from the get-go. I didn't. It just seemed like it wasn't, I didn't see the affection. I didn't see the connection 100%. He seemed more scripted to me. But, they still, went along with it. So when they get to the altar and it was time to say yes or no, she could not do it either, y'all. She could not go through with it. And her main issue was because of, being, again, aligned politically. And he just didn't necessarily have, he's very conservative, and she think that may pose some concern in the relationship long term. So she said she was choosing herself this time. I just think she wasn't into him totally, period. He was younger, and then when she hit him with the prenup, even though that was business, You know, I just didn't feel, what do y'all think? I didn't feel that she was totally into him from the very get-go, and he was pretty scripted. And then last we got Taylor and Daniel. So this was my second surprise. So in one of my first videos, I said that Daniel was moving a little bit fast, but you know, with the family support for Daniel, Taylor's parents, well, moms, you know, was finally got on board. Y'all, they went through with it. I was so happy for them, for Daniel especially, and Taylor. But they went all the way through with it. So we're just going to have to see what take place at the reunion. Are they still together? Are things working out for them? It seems like the reunion is going to be juicy. And I can't wait to come back with y'all with an update on that. Y'all let me know your thoughts. Is this the outcome that you thought was going to happen with all the couples? Let me know down in the comments. Y'all like this video, hit subscribe, and look, y'all have a good day on purpose. Bye.